This is a regularly scheduled public session of the Woodbridge Board of Education. It is in compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, also known as the Sunshine Law. This meeting has been approved by resolution adopted at the organization meeting held on January 2nd, 2024, and is in a revised resolution at the public session meeting held on January 22nd, 2024. Notification has been sent to the record. Notification has also been posted in Woodbridge Borough Hall, the Woodbridge Memorial Library, tapinto.net, and the Woodbridge Board of Education website. Meetings of the board are open to the public, and all members of the community should feel free to participate. The board announces that under its longstanding policy, it will not discuss in public any comments made by members of the public concerning individual staff members. Before coming to the board, the chain of command should be followed. There are two portions of the meeting reserved for comment made from the public. The first at the beginning of the meeting for the agenda items only, and the second at the end of the meeting for other items. Issues raised by the public may or may not be responded to by the board, but all comments will be considered. The board requests that all members of the public be mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Due to confidentiality and legal rights afforded by the state of New Jersey, members of the public are asked to not speak negatively or in a derogatory manner about any employee of the board or any student. Please be advised that all or a portion of this meeting is being live streamed in real time and will be recorded for rebroadcasting at a future date. Before we get into roll call, we do have a quorum with our 4 members trustees up here. We also have Rich Fallon, who has dialed in, but will not be voting since we have a quorum. Roll call.
Mr. Garvin?
Here.
Mrs. Milano? Mr. Biamonte?
Present.
Mr. Nieves?
Due to the nature of this special meeting, we will not be, we do not have much on the agenda other than our vote. So, trustees, I will just go straight into our all right, our special board meeting agenda. We have, represented by Finance, Mr. Garvin, as well as myself, an approval of submission of the expenditure increase application to the state of New Jersey for the 25-26 budget. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby approves the submission of the expenditure increase application to the state of New Jersey for the 25-26 school year budget. The expenditure increase application is a total of $1.2 million. The purpose, additional staffing. Trustees, comments or questions? No. Mr. Albro.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to provide some background information on the resolution that the board's considering this morning. As we are aware, in our March board meeting, we approved the preliminary budget for the next upcoming school year. That's been received by the county. It's been approved by the county. And right now we're scheduled to have our public hearing on the budget at the April 28th meeting as of now. That's a publicized meeting. After the budget was taken in by the county and reviewed by the county and the state, we received a communication around about the Friday prior to the beginning of April. And the communication basically was letting us know that now that the budget has been examined and approved by the county, they have a formula that they've given to us that made us aware that we were, as a district, spending below adequacy. Spending below adequacy is a sum, if you will, that is derived from what your current tax levy is and what your town's valuation of property is, income, size of the town, size of the school, et cetera. So the state and the county basically create a number that you should be spending to adequately and efficiently educate all of your students. And when the state produced that number and compared it to what we were intending to spend in the upcoming year in our budget, they determined that there was a number of $3.8 million that we're spending below adequacy. And there are about probably 230 districts in the state that are in a similar situation, but of course their numbers were all different. So the state gave us an opportunity to make an application for an increase in our expenditure for the upcoming school year. And in doing so, they incentivized it by saying, if you are willing to take part in this, it will involve two things. One, you're going to increase your tax levy additionally. And two, the state will incentivize. The state will also give you money. So our number right now below adequacy is $822,512, close to $4 million. So Mr. Lisa, our business administrator, myself, in discussion with our district accountant, We are making an application tonight, this morning, for the board's consideration of submitting an application for $1.2 million of the 3.8 that we were eligible for. And what that will result in the tax levy is $1.1 million added to the tax levy. The state incentive would be close to $60,000 added on top of that to get to the $1.2 million. And if you recall, in our budget hearing, or in our budget presentation and in the preliminary budget, by state law, you're capped at 2%. Last year's tax levy to 2%. There are some waivers involved where if you have an excessive cost in staff health care, if you have an excessive increase in enrollment, there's an allowance to add on to your tax levy. This is the first year where we've had both the health benefit waiver for over $400,000, as well as the enrollment waiver for over $400,000. That's an indication of how much growth we've had within our district. So the board this morning is taking action on whether I can submit an application to the county and therefore the state to have them consider our $1.2 million request to add to our appropriation to expend next year. And in doing so, Mr. Lisa had to put together a whole plan of itemizing exactly what we're spending it on. And essentially, the growth in our budget is tied to the addition that we're building at the Doyle School and the opportunity to staff a full preschool, 6 sections of kinder, 6 sections of first, 6 sections of second, and then 5 sections of 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this expenditure would go towards that goal. There are no frills above that. This is helping us get to fully staffing the addition at the Doyle School.
And for the purposes of this special meeting, the application process was not known to us until the county actually reached out to us on Wednesday, to let us know that the application needed to be submitted with a board resolution. As a result, we know that it's 48 hours. We do have some holiday. We do have spring break. It was difficult and really had no other choice but to hold it today to have this vote. So I wanted to make that clear. All right, I'm going to open it up to the hearing of citizens on the resolution only. Hearing none, seeing none. Tony, was anything submitted online?
No, sir.
All right. Trustees, looking for your support. Finance 1, approval of the submission of the expenditure increase application of the state of New Jersey for the 25-26 school year. Again, this is just for the 4 members sitting here today. Can I get a first? Mr. Garvin, Mr. Milano, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Garvin.
Yes.
Mrs. Milano.
Yes.
Mr. Biamonte.
Yes.
Mr. Nieves.
Yes. Trustees, thank you for your support. Nothing for unfinished new business or communications, but I will open it up to the public right now to anything you'd like to speak about. Hearing none, seeing none. Anything online?
No, sir.
All right, close the hearing of citizens. Oh, you sure? Okay. Trustees, again, thank you for your support. Thank you, Tony, for going through this exercise with Keith. Motion to adjourn?
Yep.
Mr. Garvin, Mr. Milano, all in favor? All opposed? Close today's session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.